Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hold on a sec. Captain.
From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvard. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Mims sent in motion here.
Bombers.
Play action now. It's Nix exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Third down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. 13 yards on the catch there. That's enough for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Hold on, set. Ready.
A first down throw for Nix. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hold on, set. Ready. Time.
Second down. Nix. Out to his right. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's pulled in at the 2. And he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal.
Ready.
Harvey. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Omaha. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Sit. Sit. Hey. Big Ace.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Hey, 1-1.
From the gun, it's Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Murray, the former baseball player, knows how to slide, and he does it here after picking up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 1-1.
Murray going to hand this to Benson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
So after one, it's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Again, it's Benson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 9.
Easy. 1-1. 2-2. Hot. Swim. 2-2.
On 3rd down, they go with Benson. Call it a gain of 13. And that will be a 1st down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Murray's going to fire this one out to Harrison. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Benson. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A run with Benson. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Benson, touchdown!
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
And no return here. This is a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Nick snap on first and 10. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Nix to throw. That's swung out to Harvey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Third and long. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
15-yard line.
Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
On the handoff, running left is Harvey. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Nice job by them getting the bat to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st and goal, Harvey. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harvey. And he turns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, here's Nix. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Bison. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Somebody got to go it. Somebody got to go it.
Shit. Whoa.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the 1st half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
2-2, hot! Buzz.
Now Murray to throw on 2nd down. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 43-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 2-2. Big Ace.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
2-2.
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. They'll go again with Benson. Has some room inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Condors. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The kick is good. Exciting finish to the half. We are tied as both teams head to their respective locker rooms. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10. Quickly out to Harrison. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big one right there. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Buzz.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. A give. Here's Benson. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. On the ground, it's Benson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 49. Bates' kick is good. And the Condors move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They motion Pierce, the tight end. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Cody Simon in on the stop.
Cody Simon on the tackle. A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing. Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. 20-yard pickup there. And that will be a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. And the Condors will take over here just shy of the 30.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They go play action for Murray. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And that will lead to a second down. Handoff, and it's Benson running right.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's going to have the first down and more. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, St. Louis. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play right after the catch.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They send Sutton in motion. On first down, here's Nix to throw. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And he's going to take this one all the way. 79 yards. It is a touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now Murray on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. They'll run here with Benson. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Forward. Biggest. Forward. 2-2.
Play action now. It's Murray. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
Forward. 2-2. 2-2.
On play action, Murray. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Forward.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
15-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Shit. Forward. Forward. Forward.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Forward.
3rd and 7.
Forward. Forward.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, St. Louis. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Condors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Mims sent in motion here. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Headed left, buying time. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Mims sent in motion here. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he is out of bounds at the 45. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Bison.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
2nd down, Nix. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Oh, he thought he had a man across the field, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Simon. And the Condors force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. Fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's to the left side. Taken in by Harrison. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. we've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready! 70 Lions!
They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 15 yards.
15 yards through the air. That's enough for a first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. How to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Watson to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake. Now Watson to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air again. Watson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Condors are able to extend the lead.
Bison's 21.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Nix now on 1st and 10. He's going to try it here again. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. Still going. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bisons are able to cut the deficit to 10. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he's got it at the 1. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
Let's go. 70 triple.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Back to the right side, caught by McBride. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And they'll stop it, 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching